Well, hello, everyone, and welcome back to the CaSaundra Jolliff Show. Okay, if you notice anything a little different about me today, it's because I got a special guest on this here show. This is the 96th episode, you guys. We're almost there. We're almost to 100. OMG, my goodness. But I have brought on my special guest, Andres Ruiz, which I'll tell you a little bit about him. But Andres has done some historical things today. So let me tell you what he's done, and he don't even know what he's done. Not the full effect, all right? So first of all, Andres is the first male Hispanic guest on my show. So I am so excited about that because people that know me know that I am a very cultural, diverse, international chick, and I love people from all different places and different nationalities and cultures and all that good stuff. And so I just love, because this is what the world is made of. So I'm so grateful to have you on Making History here, sir, as one of my first guests who's representing the Hispanic peopledom. And this is what he did. I just shared this with him. Now, you guys know how I get down on my show. You know that usually, I like to wear a little something special. But today, I was so inspired by my boy, Andres, that his shirt here, check it out. It says, "I believe in myself," which therefore caused me to break out with my I am the blessed one. I know you probably can't see it, so let me raise it up. I'm going to go out of frame, but I'm coming back. I promise. So here it is. Blessed one. This is one of my special Christmas gifts that one of my besties, Paula, gave me last Christmas, and I just love it. So with that being said, everybody, welcome to the show, Andres. Now, I'm going to share with you a little bit about his background. He's going to go in more detail. Today's show is centered around reinventing yourself. And I'm going to share with you a little bit about Andres' background and what that looks like, because he is a specialist on reinventing yourself. He helps people. He helps, Lord Jesus, there I go again. I didn't do my tongue exercises, my vocal exercises the way I was supposed to. I said earlier in there live, y'all. Didn't get a chance to do that. But anyway, it happened. So here it is. Let me just share with you. There's nothing on this show that is traditional by any means. So let me start off by saying that Andres Ruiz is a motivational speaker and coach, life coach on top of it. Andres has been a speaker, motivational speaker now for over 4 years, had many presentations. What I love about the opportunity he has had is one of my dreams, and he's already fulfilled his. And that is, he's been a TED Talk speaker. That is significant. That's huge. And those of us who are speakers, that's something that most of us really do want to have on their roster of goals and dreams. And so that's one of mine. And here it is. You've already done it. I think that's awesome. In addition to that, he is really inspired by the youth. His goal is to work with the youth. He's been a speaker for the National Alliance Mental Illness, and he's also presented for the Tucson Youth Peace Conference, Leadership Conference. And so you guys are going to see that he has a passion for the youth. He has the passion for those of us who are young at heart, aka Cassie over here, and Maria. And so he has clients from all over the world. So let me just tell you some of the places that his clients are from, which all these places I do want to go to. Italy, France, Mongolia, Dubai, Canada, Australia, Ecuador, and throughout the US. Here's his thing. He helps his clients by inspiring them to do what inspires them to make the world a better place. And one of Andres' mission is to impact the lives of the youth, to help them gain confidence and self-esteem, to believe in themselves and pursue their dreams and goals. Welcome to the show, Andres.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That was wonderful. Thank you. I appreciate you having me. First of all, I love what you do. 96 episodes. That is so amazing. And not a lot of people can stay so consistent. So keep up the consistency, because you're really making an impact on people's lives. I guarantee you.
Oh, thank you, Andres. I so appreciate that. And the goal is consistency. And so we'll talk a lot. You'll need that when you're reinventing yourself, right? So today's show, once again, everybody, is around consistency. Jesus, it's not around consistency.
It really is. It is consistency, yeah.
Like, I guess it is. The subtitle is consistency. So here it is. It's around reinventing yourself. So we're going to dabble right into that. So let me say this, Andreas. Can you share a little bit about your story? You certainly connect with this type of work, helping your clients reinvent themselves, making an impact, clearly that upon the youth and adults like myself and others. So what was it about you that you decided that you had to reinvent yourself? So, I mean, if you're speaking it, somewhere along the lines, you have to have lived it or living it. So do tell.
Yeah. So I remember before I was doing all this, I was working at a job that I hated. I was really depressed. I was feeling daily anxiety. I would wake up and I would say, here we go again, another Monday morning. And I just dreaded my job. And then Saturdays and Sundays would come, and it was just a weekend just to go have some drinks, get drunk, just do a lot of crazy stuff, So I was really unhappy with my life. And I remember that I was also overweight. I was weighing 265 and was even more depressed because of my physique. So it was really tough. But I remember that when I found out that I was going to have a baby, that's what changed my life forever. I told myself, if I don't take care of myself, then who's going to take care of the little guy? So I lost 80 pounds, felt in the best shape of my life. And I even joined a weight loss competition. Now, I don't want to brag, but I won. And
yay!
So $400. And it was just an amazing experience to just lose all that weight. And I got a little bit inspired, but I was still working at a job that I didn't like and didn't enjoy. And so I then started listening to motivational audios, and I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about when it comes to Les Brown. And that man, he's a beast, man. Beast mode.
He is a beast. He was the first person that I remember kind of shared this with you, but I'm gonna share this with the audience. And really quick, you guys, I was about 20, I think I was about 23 or 24. I'm living in LA. A friend of mine kept badgering me to go see Les Brown because I had missed. She kept badgering me about seeing these other two incredible people, which was Louis Farrakhan at the time, and also Maya Angelou, which I really want to beat the trash out of myself still to this day that I didn't get a chance to see her. So y'all pray for me because I'm still a little upset about that I did not take the opportunity to see her. But my one of my besties back then kept badgering the heck out of me to go with her because I missed those two events. And I went to go see Les Brown, and I was like, I don't know what that is he's doing, but I can do that. And I remember taking notes like a mug, and I still have the notes that I took from hearing Les Brown. And that, for fast forward, that was about 93, 94, fast forward on to 2000. That's when I launched my speaking career. And it was a result of Les Brown, so he has an impact, right?
No, that's amazing. Your story is I feel like I can relate to you because my buddy Raul would be saying, man, you got to listen to this guy. He's amazing. You got to listen. And I was like, man, I'm not going to listen to that stuff. I don't need it. I don't need it. And one day I finally said, I'm just going to listen to it. And I press play and the rest is over. It just, he spoke to my heart. He said, many people will leave the universe without a trace, and under their name, you can put not used up. And I said, ooh, exactly. Ooh, that burned. And I said, oh my God, that's me. I'm not doing to leave a trace behind. So then I decided to leave a trace, and I started doing stand-up comedy. So quite the trace I wanted to leave behind, right? Yeah.
Okay, look, you come back for another show and do a little stand-up one day.
You got it. So I started doing stand-up comedy, and that's something that I had been wanting to do since I was 12. I would watch Dave Chappelle, Martin Lawrence. I loved all these guys, and I was like, man, I want to be like that, but I just never had the courage to do it. And so I finally did stand-up comedy. I remember the first time I ever went to go do stand-up comedy, it was so terrible. my buddy went with me, and I told him, hey man, come on, go with me. He's like, but I got Bible study. And I said, come on, man, I'll buy you some food. And he said, okay. So we went there, and my buddy, Gene, he's like, hey, okay, so yeah, I'll have the super nachos. I'll have a burger. I have a milkshake. And I said, man, okay, I invited you, but take it easy, man. So long story short, I ended up bombing. I did so terrible. The only person that was laughing was Gene. He just laughed a couple of times because he's like, I got to hook him up with a couple of laughs. He bought me dinner, so I could at least. So he laughed, but what happened was I did not die. I lived to see others. And I said, okay, I'll keep doing it. And I kept doing it over and over again until the fear was, I didn't even care if I bombed. I could hear the crickets would join me. They'd be on my shoulders. What's up, man? You stink. It's cool. I'm doing it. So, I can tell you stories, but I then said I want to be a better comedian. So that's when I joined Toastmasters. I joined a public speaking club, and they told me, hey, you have a lot of crutch words in your comedy. I don't want to say the crutch words that I was using, so I'm going to keep it PG. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Keep PG. Hey, keep PG.
So I was using a lot of crutch words that were not good. So Masters helped me eliminate those crutch words, and I became a better comedian. And I'm not saying that I was the best, but I got way better. I was starting to get laughs, not only from Gene, but the audience as well. So then I decided I want to be a motivational speaker. I want to inspire people. And when I started doing motivational speaking, I was speaking to a group of like 2 people. Then it went up to 4, 6. And I just want to tell you something that I remember standing there in front of a big stage with 6 motivational speakers speaking. And I said to my friend, Fred, I said, Fred, I'm going to be up these days, man. I'm going to be up there on that stage. And he said, okay, we'll see. And no lie, 3 months later, I was on that very stage speaking. I couldn't believe it. I said, wow, I actually did it. And so when I started seeing that I could do it, I said, why can't I become a paid speaker? Then I started schools. And I remember the first person that I ever got the opportunity to speak for was a woman by the name of Jennifer. We were at a Toastmasters conference, and I told her, yeah, I do speaking. I speak to the youth. I go and speak to them. She said, okay, so why don't you come speak to my school? How much do you charge? And I said, what? You want to pay me? Yeah, the music stopped. It was like, no. I was like, what? You want to pay me? And I said, yeah, okay, yeah, 250. She said, wow, that's really cheap. I was like, really? Okay. Yeah, I should. And I didn't even know.
No, you're like five G's, 7 G's. Like, don't even blink.
It was the first time that anybody had ever even asked me. So I got my opportunity. I was speaking, and that then led to me becoming a life coach, because people would ask me, hey, how did you follow your goals and dreams? And I just became a life coach, and that's when I just started impacting other people's lives. And it also then led to me doing the TED Talk. But that's kind of like my story in a nutshell, and kind of a nutshell.
So you reinvented yourself by really, number one, believing in yourself. I think, like you said, when your son came along, I'm sure that was an eye opener, right? You had to make some changes, and then you put it into action. I mean, you got your biscuits up, and you got into action. You started doing things to bring transition and transformation, but it started with you believing in yourself. So for those who are watching right now, and I really believe this is a time that everyone is reassessing, reinventing themselves on some type of level. And what are some of the things that you can share with the audience that can help them reinvent themselves? It's just like, basically kind of taking one foot and putting it in front of the other. You got to start somewhere, right? So do tell what that looks like.
Yeah. For me personally, what really inspired me was just listening to audios first. I would listen to audios. I would just devour these audios, and I would feel so motivated after listening to Les Brown, Tony Robbins, and I would get myself amped up, and I would get all this information, and then I would say, damn, I can do this. I think I can do this. Les Brown,
Mhm.
he has a high school diploma. That's another thing. I would base my worthiness off of my diploma, my high school diploma, and I would compare myself to family, friends who were lawyers, doctors, surgeons.
Mhm.
And I would tell myself, and I only have a high school diploma, so I'm not even worthy. And that's actually one of there's 5 fears that we all have, and that's one of the 5 fears that we deal with. Because every time I coach a client, there's always a fear that comes up, and I can kind of tell what fear they're dealing with just by listening
Mhm.
for a few minutes. And for me, it was I based my worthiness off of my diploma, my high school diploma. I would tell myself, man, all these people are making all this money, and I can't make any money like that because I'm only a high school diploma graduate. I can't do this. But then when Les Brown spoke, I said, wow, maybe I can do this, because
Mhm.
it's like that 4 minute mile. Roger Bannister, he ran it, and then like 3 months later, 37 people ran it because they saw that it was possible. And so first, what I did was I listened to audios, and
Yes.
then I then actually started to do the work. You see, a lot of people, what they do is they listen to audios, they devour all these podcasts, they get all this knowledge, and then they just sit there and they wait and they wait, and then they wait for that law of attraction thing to happen, where you say, I want $1 million, and then you just sit there and you wait, and then you say, wait, why isn't it coming to me? Well, because you have to take action. You have to. And a great coach of mine told me there's information versus transformation. So information is when you get all this information, but you don't do anything with it. Transformation happens when you get all this information and you put action into it, even if it's imperfect action. The perfect time is now. So now is a good time to get started, because if you have a goal, if you have a dream, a desire that you've been thinking about for weeks, months, years, decades, how much longer are you going to wait?
Come on, you are preaching to you preaching. I mean, you preaching and teaching. That is so important, you all. You know, is that you got to take action now. He says information versus transformation. How you get to transformation is that you're taking all that information and you're applying it. You're doing something with it. And if you keep doing at it, and you said something that you don't have to be perfect to do it. It doesn't have to be all together. I can relate to you so well, Andreas, because I went to school. I didn't go to college right away. I had my high school diploma. My intent was to go to school, to get that 4-year degree. That was my intent, right? But I made a conscious decision not to go right away because I really wanted to pursue my acting career. You have this little thought up in your head how it's going to go down, and of course, it never goes down the way you think it's going to go down. Just so you know, youth, if you're watching, never goes down the way you think it does. But the key was I got self-education, which means I invested to like resources, like you said, CDs, conferences, events, later on coaches and things of that nature. But, I went back to school, to college, went to university, did not finish. I still don't have my degree. And here's what I learned. I felt so guilty. Can you relate? I know you can, Andre.
Absolutely.
I felt so guilty for freaking decades. I just got over it like 6 months ago. That it's okay that my education, my degree it's not paper, right? It's not paper, but I've earned my degree in entrepreneurship in life. And so whether I go back and get it or not, it's all good because I'm taking what I've learned through like you said, motivational speakers and coaches and things that we read on the internet and magazines and books that I've invested into and programs that I invested to, like we're doing now. And it has made a difference because what I've taken is that application, that information, and put it in application that gives me transformation. And so, you are doing the same thing. And it's so great to meet people who walk the same page. Sometimes, when you don't have that college degree, that insecurity kicks in because you're meant to, we know we're meant to do more, we're meant to be more. Our ancestors paved the way for us, right, in this nation, and so I came from a family of educators, so I felt embarrassed that I did not, on my dad's side, that I didn't go ahead and get that, But whether I get it not now or later or whatever the case may be, is I'm okay with it. I make peace with it. So let me ask you this question, Andres. You have done a great work. You're working on some great stuff right now, helping to change the lives. I know you and your business partner are putting together. You guys are putting together this incredible transformation program. Can you share with us just a little bit about what it is you do in terms of this program and how it's changing people's lives?
Definitely. So Reinvent Yourself is the name of the program. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be helping that busy professional get motivated and get more clarity and purpose, because right now is the perfect time to start getting that clarity, that purpose, because of what's going on in the world right now. It just threw off a lot of people's plans. I know it threw off my plans. I had a lot of speaking engagements I had coming up. I was going to speak to youth who are dealing with drugs, they rehab centers. And I mean, I was ready to just save the world. And then all of a sudden the world just collapsed on me. And I'm not going to lie, for the first 2 months, I was going through some emotional roller coaster.
Oh yeah.
I was keeping a lot of emotions in, and I said, it's okay. I'm tough. I can deal with this. And then all of a sudden you'll be breaking down. Oh my God, what's going on? Freaking out, crying like a little baby. And, because sometimes we as men, we're macho. We're like, yeah, I don't cry. Start crying, but I cry. It's okay. I'm good with that.
I'm telling you something. Us ladies, we love it when you guys cry. So make sure y'all do a little bit more of that. Because here it is. It's the strength that we like to see. Now, some chicks are like, hey, I don't like that. Don't be a punk. But for those of us who are ladies who like strong men, we like to see the sensitivity type of thing. So look, we got Willie J. Mission is watching tonight. I just want to acknowledge just a few people here. I got to acknowledge my boy, Cedric Watts. Great show, as he says. And then I got to, listen, I got to connect you to Dr. Mike Davis in Cali. He is an amazing guy. You guys have hit it off. Awesome. And so he says a degree in education. See, this is why I love Dr. Mike. He says a degree and education are two different things. I concur. How do you feel about that, Andres? Do you concur?
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. He's the doctor. Shoot, I'll give it to him.
That is so true. Oh my gosh, there's so much like we can go in with this, but can you speak to that? Can you speak to that right now, that a degree and education are two different things, and those of who might be still, feeling like they need to have the degree to become somebody or be somebody. Let's just be honest. Let me be honest. I was hoping that the degree would validate my intelligence.
Mm-hmm. That was me.
I didn't feel like I was that smart, but then as later on, I was like, I'm a little smarter than what I thought. Because I started being around, how you have some people who got the degree and they're dumb as rocks when it comes to common sense and all that jazz. I mean, just a box of dumb rocks. And so when you find out, go ahead, Andres, you can let it rip. It's okay. He's like,
no, that's so good. You're funny. I'm trying to help you.
People, and I'm saying, now, how in the world did you get this degree as a lawyer and you are dumb as a box of rocks?
Yeah.
And I was supporting these people. So anyway, let me get off that jazz. Go ahead, Andres.
Something that I truly believe in is the education of who you are, like what your values are. Because I was talking to somebody earlier. I'm not sure. I don't think it was you. It was somebody about attitude. Oh no, Samantha. I was talking to her about attitude and how I've met so many amazing people in my life that have so much potential. They have a lot to offer the world, but their attitude is just a little bit too much. There's too much ego. There's a little I'm a little too good for you type of thing. And it's okay, but because, it's unfortunate. I feel bad for these people because they don't get to enjoy life the way that we do as compassionate, loving people. That's why for me, my values, I read them every day. I tell myself playful, patience, empathy, compassion, energetic, fearless, love, gratitude, service, joy, appreciation, enthusiastic, giving, and family. I already know my values, and that's what I live by. You know what I mean? And that attitude that's my education right there. Like my values have brought me such a long way. And I'm thankful for my grandparents, for my parents. They've given me so much values. Maybe they didn't have the job that I was aspiring to be, or they didn't have the education that they didn't have, but they had an education that you cannot teach. And that's the education of a beautiful human being. My grandmother, I could go on with her. Like her stories are so amazing. This woman was in Mexico, and she would go up to the cardboard houses, and she would bring them food. So she would bathe women that she didn't even know. She would actually go bathe women, help them. She honestly, I feel like she was like a Mother Teresa, but on a level that inspired me to be such a good person. My grandmother, when I think about good people, I think about her. She would give everything. Like Les Brown says, some people don't have much, but they give it all. That was my grandmother. She would give so much. And when it was time for her funeral, people showed up. We didn't even know these people. We're like, who are these people? That's how powerful that woman was. And man,
impact. It's priceless.
Huge. Priceless.
Oh gosh. Well, we have to talk about your grandmother offline, because I need to know some of her wisdom. I just love that. OMG, my goodness. I really want to go there, but gosh, we're going to talk about it. So it's going to be good. So Andres, when it comes to reinventing oneself, what are like 3 quick keys that you can share with the people that's listening? And those of you who are catching this replay, do me a super fave and make sure you let me know where you're coming from in the world. Get your questions out. If you got questions for Andres, go ahead and type them there in the comment section. He will follow up on the questions. Make sure you connect with him. We'll show you some ways in which you can connect with him. But right now, I just want to acknowledge you guys for watching. Make sure you do me a super fave. Y'all know how I am. Super fave. Make sure you share this broadcast. Somebody needs to hear it. I guarantee you. Everything we do here on the CaSaundra Jolliff Show is all centered around purpose. So if you're watching this show today, it is because of your purpose that you're watching it. And so I want to make sure that you share this broadcast, because this is going to change someone else's life. It is an answer, it's direction. It is the very thing that they need for the next step. So don't be selfish. Go ahead and share the love. All right, do tell my Andres Ruiz. Go ahead.
So the first one, and this might be surprising to some people, but it's my morning ritual. My morning ritual has transformed my life, because the way you start your day is going to determine the outcome of the rest of your day. So just think about that. If your first 20 minutes, hour starts off in a very negative way, how are you going to feel for the rest of the day? And if you're starting every single morning that way, then what kind of life are you going to live for the rest of your life? And just think about this. When you wake up with a negative thought, here comes a thought, feeling, action, result. If you get a negative result, here comes another negative thought. And just think about this. We think 50 to 70,000 thoughts per day.
That is so, it just boggles my mind when I think about that thoughts are so, I'm thinking I might be doing 100. I guess I'm really doing 150,000. I don't know. But it's incredible the mind, how God wired the mind for thought.
Yeah.
Oh, let me not even get on that piece.
Our words, they are so powerful. As soon as I wake up, I say, today is going to be a great day. And that's my first word that comes out of my mouth. Or I tell myself, thank you, God, for another day. Thank you, God. And then I just get into my routine. So I think morning rituals, it consists of affirmations, meditation, yoga, pretty good on the hammies, I got to admit. And also do exercising. I drink my hot water, I journal, and then I get down to business. I go for a run. I then speak on Facebook Live. I love to speak. I like to just share my message to inspire others. So that's one of the things that I could say that has really transformed my life. Another one is the information that you are getting. Make sure that you're getting it from people who are actually doing the work.
No, that's good. Park right there. Oh my gosh, park right there. Please do tell.
Yes. So that we listen to a lot of the people that we're around, and these people are not doing what we want to be doing. So be very aware of the advice and where it's coming from. Stand guard at the door of your mind. Make sure that not a lot of junk gets in there, because if you allow it to get in there, it can really paralyze you from taking action. And it could be a relative, it could be a good friend, but these people sometimes they're not just aware of what they're telling you. They're not aware that they're passing on their own fears onto you. Because when people tell you that you can't do it because they haven't done it, or maybe that you can't do it because that's just out of your reach, really what they're doing is they're instilling their fears in you. And when they do that, you're paralyzing. You're standing there, you're telling yourself, what do I do? No, I can't do this. So and so was right. I've had family tell me, well, I've tried that before. That MLM marketing thing, I tried it once. It didn't work. And I tell myself, wow, it didn't work for him, so it's not going to work for me. No, it didn't work for him because he probably didn't do something right. So don't listen to people who are not doing what you don't want to do. Listen to the people who are successful. Success leaves clues. So look for the successful people, because there's a clue in there that's telling you, hey, this person has success. So there's a clue there that maybe if you follow what they're doing, you'll end up being successful. And so that one. And then also, I guess for me, I would have to say, look for a network. Look for a network of people who are going to take your life to the next level. Look for a network of people who are going to inspire you. Create a mastermind. Go to meetup.com. There's no excuse for not meeting great people. They're online. Well, I can't go to networking events anymore. That's fine. Go to meetup.com, join a BNI, go to a networking event. Sometimes they're free. Just go to Toastmasters. They're doing it online. Do whatever it takes to find these people, because these people, they're looking for you. They're looking for you. But if you don't look for them, you will never find them. And it says in the Bible, seek and you shall find. So if you seek, you
come on.
If you don't, you're not. So look for these people. They're looking for you. They're saying, hey, CaSaundra, where are you? Where are you? But if CaSaundra is sitting at her desk, eating Cheetos and just watching Facebook and watching all this negative social media, they're never going to find it. They're never going to find this amazing woman. So seek those people. Those people are out there waiting for you. It's just a matter of time. You have to move. Start taking action. Imperfect action. Don't expect for everything to be perfect for you to take action. So you don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to be great. So get started today, because you have greatness within you. Something in your heart is calling you and is saying, hey, man, start moving. Start moving right now. I don't care where you move, but start moving. And I guarantee you that something will guide you, an intuition, something within you is going to say, take this next step, move. This next move. You know what? That person right there that you're thinking about talking to, go talk to them, because they have a message for you. They have something special for you.
Oh gosh. How could I say I love this? I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I mean, he's given us some incredible nuggets, not just nuggets. These are principles that if we put it into work the principle, you're going to get the result. That's the thing about principles. They work for anybody, no matter who is working it. It's a law. It's a spiritual law that God put in place. And so if you work the principle, it's going to yield you the result. I love what you said. This is why the CaSaundra Jolliff Show exists. This right here, imperfect action. This is why one of the reasons why you're sitting right now. This show is not perfect. Y'all know sometimes I show up late, sometimes I don't show up fine, and then sometimes, now let me just say this, because I have gotten better, so I got to give credit where credit is due. But my point is that because I took imperfect action, and I'm taking intentional action now, right? Being more intentional about showing up, being more intentional about being consistent, being more intentional about bringing on a dynamic guest that you're hearing tonight, this evening, with the one and only Andres Ruiz. And so having that type of imperfect action is helping to promote purpose, not just my purpose, but Andrea's purpose, not just his, but yours. And so you got to take action, even when, here's the deal, You don't feel like it. Your emotions will catch up with you when you stay moving. And we want to acknowledge, I love what Dr. Mike Davis talks about, that our emotions are our allies. They're not our enemies. And we've been taught not to value our emotions and you just in your feelings and all this kind of stuff. No, your God created emotions. And so he wants you to understand how they work and how you can make them work for you. And so that's a whole nother story, show. But I want you guys to know that if you take imperfect action and you have the right heart and intention, here it is, imperfect action, but having the right heart, the right intent, God will bless that, and you'll just start moving. And then things will happen like this. You'll hit your 96th episode and you'll be like, oh my God, where did the time go?
Yep. Because
I took imperfect action and I kept going. OMG. So Andres, what you guys got coming up between you and your business partner, and then I'm gonna put your information, how people can get a hold of you and all that jazz.
Definitely. Yeah. So you guys can get a hold of us at it's ibelieveinmyself.org/RE. And that is where you can go and check out the Reinvent Yourself, where, we're going to take you on a journey. This is not even just a group coaching session. This is a journey that we're going to take you on, a journey where we're going to rewire your mind. We're going to help you reimagine and bring that idea into reality and not keep it here anymore. It's going to come out to life, and you're going to come out like a lion, and you're going to come out roaring, and you're going to over. You are going to be inspired, motivated. You're going to get clarity. You're going to find your purpose. You're going to take your life to the next level, and you'll believe in yourself, and you'll find your life's purpose. And right now is the perfect time to reinvent yourself, because I know something in your heart has been saying, I want to do something different. I want to do something different with my life. And now is the time to take action. So, and another thing that I want to leave you with is stop thinking about your fears. Because when we think about fears, we're being selfish. Because if we were to take action and serve, we would be helping other people. But when we are in our fears, then we're just being selfish. We're thinking about ourselves. Start thinking about serving. And I guarantee you the fear will diminish. It won't even exist anymore because you're serving. Be of service. I guarantee you the fear will die.
Oh, I love that. Be of service and the fear will die. Dr. Mike says here, God blesses faith and God blesses faithfulness, not perfection. If he only blessed perfection, we'd all be in trouble. Ain't that the truth?
Yep.
That's some good stuff, Dr. Mike.
Thank you.
That's some good stuff. So then, in addition to that, let's talk about how they can get a hold of you. So that's one aspect to go to, as you guys see it on the screen, ibelieveinmyself.org/RE. And then I think you have something here that people can go on Facebook to connect with you as well, right?
Yeah. I also have my page, I Believe in Myself Coaching, and then I Believe in Myself Coaching Español for anybody that speaks Spanish here.
Español.
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 Sí. So, si hablas español, puedes irte a I Believe in Myself Español. Si no hablas español, vete a I Believe in Myself. So yeah, I Believe in Myself. And also you can send me an email at ibelieveinmyselfcoaching@gmail.com. So you can reach me, send me a message if you're interested. Also, because I want to really hire people, because CaSaundra invited me, I'm here. I'm offering a free coaching session to the first 3 people who say, hey, let me in. I'm offering a free coaching session. So first 3 people who sign up, I'd be happy to give that to you, and I'll reach out to you and we'll connect and I'll transform. We'll help you. I guarantee you, I'll have you taking action the very next day by 9 a.m.
Okay, y'all hear what the man of God said right here? He said, free coaching session for the first 3 peeps. Okay, I add the word peeps, but he said people. Okay, so make sure you scurry yourself on that. There is it. Where should they go quickly to say, hey, I'm in? Where do they go? Which?
You can comment in the chat, or they can also send me a personal message at Andres Ruiz, or you can send me an email at ibelieveinmyselfcoaching@gmail.com. the fastest way right now is just say I'm in and put it in the comment section. I'll be happy to give you that segment.
Put it in the comments. Say I'm in, okay? Say I'm in, and then he's going to reach out to you guys, or you can reach him on his Gmail. But if you go ahead and put it in, this is the easiest way. If you do what he just said, go ahead and put in I'm in to get a free coaching session. Okay, come on, y'all. He's got the goods, and he's not cheap. So go ahead and catch him while he's offered. Okay. The free coaching session. And it's for the first 3 people that say, hey, I'm in. OMG. Well, thank you. Thank you for offering that to the CaSaundra Jolliff audience.
Definitely. Yeah.
I appreciate that. Gosh, doggone it. Y'all better be glad I'm the hostess with the mostest. Otherwise, I would have been like, I'm in, but I can't say I'm in because I'm the one type of word. I'm the one producing the show today. Listen, guys, I want you guys to know that Andres will be back on the show. As this is his first debut, but he will not be a stranger to this here show. I look forward to having you back on the show. Any parting words that you want to share with anyone right before we leave? And thank you so much, Andres, for being a part of the show today.
Definitely. No, I want to thank you, first of all, for having me. I'm really grateful for you. You're an amazing woman. I love what you do. I feel your passion. You motivate me, and I can really say that with all honesty. So thank you so much. And what I want to say to the audience is, it's right now, the way things are going, the world needs you. It really does. More than ever, it needs you to start moving into your purpose, because if you don't, people's lives will suffer. But if you do, then you'll save lives. I guarantee you. I promise you.
Wow, y'all. I told you it was going to be stellar. And it indeed has been. And on this last note from Dr. Mike, I think this sums it up all together, which is wonderful. This has been a wonderful show, wonderful guest, wonderful audience, you guys. Thank you guys so much. And as always, have significant success on purpose, your purpose. I'll see you guys next week. Grace and peace.